welcome back, Coach Asanda here, and thank you once again for joining me on this journey of sharing my knowledge and some of my experiences on this entrepreneurial journey. Today I want to talk to you about something that's very close to my heart, and the reason for wanting to talk about the issues of compliance is because I've experienced and I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs get disqualified, so to speak, on opportunities simply because they did not have the right compliance documentation, they are not accredited with the right bodies, and they just do not know where they ought to be going when it comes to that. The South African business landscape is daunting. I mean, we all know that. There's the registration of the business, it doesn't end there. Then there's understanding the different taxes. You have pay as you earn, you have UIF, you've got VAT. There's so much that business owners need to know in order for them to get their businesses to where they want them to go. Then there's issues of registering of trademarks, and then you have issues of testing with the South African Bureau of Standards. So there's a lot of things that as an entrepreneur you can get very discouraged because you don't know, what do I need to do? When do I need to do it? And most of the times you get caught out when it's time to be at the table when you are presenting your services. And what we don't want then is for you to miss out on opportunities simply because you do not comply with this law or this regulation. So what I've done through my entrepreneurial journey and through speaking to other entrepreneurs is, how do you get yourself up to speed and prepared so that the time is well spent on pursuing business as opposed to doing the administrative part of compliance. So what I've done is I've broken it down to in 5 steps that will help you to get on top of the compliance game. First and foremost, I'd say you need to read and understand the laws and regulations governing business in South Africa. These resources are available on a number of websites. I mean, the best website I can think of is SEDA, the Small Enterprise Development Agency. There you find all the documentation that you will need to understand what it means to be a small business, what taxes you need to be registering with. SARS is a great resource. So you need to start educating yourself on what is out there, broadly speaking. Number 2, if you are in a particular industry, the onus is on you to find people who are accomplished in that industry that you can seek advice from. Why do I say this? Some of the industries have very specific industry requirements when it comes to accreditation, and unless you speak to someone who's gone through that journey, it is very difficult for you as an entrepreneur, someone who's working with a 3-man team, to be able to allocate resources to finding this information out. The third thing that I would say you need to do is, even before you think about pitching to different sectors, take the time to understand what it is that they require. For example, what I do is I break down the different potential clients into categories. So you have your corporates, you have the non-profits, you have the government, you have government parastatals. Even before there are opportunities, you need to be speaking to representatives from these different sectors to understand, what do you look for when you contract someone. And what that does is automatically in your mind, you prepare yourself for the eventuality of pitching for business. But then you won't be doing it in a rush because you would have known beforehand what paperwork, what things you need to put together in order to work with that particular sector. And that's not enough. Yes, you may have spoken to these people, but you need to relax. You need to relax. I know it's a rat race. Everyone wants a piece of this project, a piece of that project. But I always say, when you are more relaxed, you're in a better position to think clearly. You're in a better position to prepare yourself for the pitches, but you also know that when you're relaxed, your things go according to plan. Because what I don't like seeing is people at the 11th hour dashing saying, my B certificate is expired, I need a letter of good standing, I don't have this, I don't have that. Whereas if you relax, take the time once in a while to say, okay, for this particular sector, what do I need? And you actually literally tick the boxes and you make sure you have the dates of expiry and all of those things. And for some, it might be really a small thing to do this compliance, but for a lot of people, because you're juggling so many balls, it's easy to miss out on the most important things that are required for you to be approached as someone who can render a service. I hope this has helped, because if you're not compliant, you cannot build a business that will be successful. So make sure your compliance is in order, and you will definitely be able to take care of those business opportunities. Thank you very much for listening, and I would urge you to subscribe to this channel, because you will get more videos like these and other information on how you can be a better leader who will run a better business. Like, and as always, please do comment at the bottom of the page and give me your suggestions on what you would like to hear next. Thank you.